I love this time of year, and I intend to savor every minute from the moment the clock strikes October. The equinox has passed, school is back in session, and we have officially begun the steady descent into cozy season. But nothing is less cozy than the stressed and pressed feeling of seeing those first flakes in the air and realizing your warm clothes are still in storage, your important fall projects aren't finished, and you don't even know for sure if the furnace will turn on. Some of you might laugh at the thought of snow this early, but I assure you it's not that uncommon for us to have serious snow on Halloween. The key is to start preparing now for a calm, peaceful, and productive autumn. So today I'm sitting down to prioritize important tasks, projects, activities, and a few other things to make the seasonal transition smooth and peaceful. These items are in no particular order, just as they came to me when I sat down to write out this list. I really like to get everything possible scheduled between now and the end of the year that I can. Things like health appointments, so dental, vision, anything that you need to get scheduled. Do your animals need to get scheduled for any veterinary appointments? Can you schedule your hair appointments now, especially if you know when your events are going to be? I love knowing that stuff's on the schedule and I don't have to worry about missing out or not being prepared for something. I also really like to schedule things like chiropractic or massage, my Pilates sessions. Scheduling those things now ensures that they actually happen and that important self-care doesn't slip off during the holidays. Decluttering also happens pretty organically for me at this time of year. As I'm starting to prepare for those mainly indoor months and I'm changing out decor and moving things around, sometimes things just come to the surface that it's time to let go. Or I replace something with a holiday sale and it's time to let go of the thing that I have upgraded. Plus, if you let go of decor before the season, you give someone else an opportunity to pick something up inexpensively. Now is also the time that I start thinking about changing out my wardrobe, taking a look at my winter wear, seeing if anything needs to be cleaned or repaired or even altered. For example, this beautiful coat that I bought last year, I really need to have the sleeves shortened. Somehow that just didn't happen last year, so that's a priority this season. October is also when I start to seriously think about big cleaning tasks. Maybe you want to deep clean your whole kitchen top to bottom before you start cooking holiday meals. So now is a great time to start thinking about when you'll want to have this done by. Or maybe you want to get your rugs sent out to have them cleaned, or you need your draperies done. Those things take time, so it's really good to think ahead on those. Or maybe you don't need to send things out, but just doing some spot cleaning would be a great idea. Again, get this done before you're trying to decorate and do things that are going to suck up all your time, and you'll thank yourself later. I also find that if I don't plan now for seasonal activities, they may just not happen. So anything special like going to a certain pumpkin patch or a sunflower field. Maybe like in our family, there are a lot of birthdays in the fall that you want to coordinate, make sure you have cards lined up, make sure you know where you're going to go and when and with whom to celebrate. This is also a big sports season, so if there are any football games you want to catch, or like for us, we have some hockey games coming up that we want to make sure we have tickets for. Those are things that I want to attend to now, so I'm not scrambling at the last minute and finding myself in the nosebleed section. October is also the time to really seriously look at my list of projects, what I've made progress on, what the priorities are before cold weather or companies coming, the holidays. For example, our shed, we really need to get it painted and weatherized, and we'd ideally like to get that done by mid-October. If there's something on your list that can wait, now is the time to just move it off to January and pick it up later. No reason to stress yourself over things that aren't true priorities. Another weather-dependent thing is assessing end-of-season garden tasks. For example, my garlic needs to be planted by a certain date in order to overwinter properly here. I'm also direct seeding some cool season cut flowers this year. I mentioned earlier that I wanted to try growing some more cut flowers, and this is my first step toward actually having my own proper cutting garden. And I've got a few perennials that really need to go in the ground so they can get their roots established before it gets really cold. Similar to getting things scheduled through the end of the year, I like to outline whatever personal priorities I have going into the holiday and the busy season, and what my plan is to execute on them and to maintain them. I want to be sure that I continue to do my Pilates all the way through October, November, December. So I'm making that a priority now to make sure that that stays on my schedule. And finally, I'm going to list out any important fall home maintenance tasks. For example, I know that we need to go buy a new furnace filter. Fall is a good time to get the furnace serviced, maybe even get your ducts cleaned. And here's a pro tip: turn your furnace on early. Make sure everything is good to go, because you don't want to flip that switch when it gets cold and suddenly realize on a Saturday afternoon that you've got to call an emergency HVAC technician. While this certainly is not a comprehensive list, hopefully that gave you some ideas of some things that you can start doing right now to give yourself a leg up on the season. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video.
I'd rather be with you than someone